your chickens a run because of North Dakota's Athen about to air raid your ass. Phil the cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are all alike. But this time, John Wayne doesn't walk into the sunset with Grace Kelly. Scary Cooper, asshole. Oh shit! Oh shit! That was crazy! Happy trails, Hans. Dallas still stinks. Yo, everybody, King Dingbat here, and happy Friday to all you dingbats. A lot of you got a 3-day weekend. You know, it's 5:45 at night. It's dark outside. It's raining. It stinks. You know, and all day I'm thinking, when I get home from work, when I come home today, I'm gonna get a giant glass of eggnog. My last giant glass of eggnog. So I come walking home, all excited to have my last glass of the year. Open the fridge door. Where the hell's the eggnog? Where the hell's the eggnog? And I look, and my youngest daughter goes, I don't know, Daddy. She's got a giant mustache of eggnog. They drank the rest of my eggnog. Kids drank the rest of my eggnog for the year. How am I going to make it to Thanksgiving? God, I hate this time of year. I got to tell you, I hate this time of year. After Christmas and football, where your team's out of it, stinks. What are you going to do? I guess I'll start my diet. My fat ass start a diet early. I guess I'll start tomorrow. Double moonwalk that diet's ass, I'll tell you that. Now, we got a lot of Eagles stuff to talk about, especially from the coaching staff perspective and what's been going on. I think it's kind of interesting, and I'm going to give you my opinion, you know what I mean? Because I think I know what's going on. Not like this fat lady on TV. You don't know what's going on, but I know what's going on. I think. Now, first thing first, Connor Barwin. He's hired as, I guess, special assistant to the general manager. Congratulations to Connor Barwin. I don't think as a team and the players, I don't know how it's going to help us right away, but he's coming in, obviously, to learn that business and learn the business of what it takes to be in the front office. Congratulations for him. Connor Barwin's a great guy. I'm glad that he's back on this team in some capacity. The other thing, the Eagles fire Phillip Daniels, the defensive line coach. This is a little bit of a surprise to me because I thought that they really were high on him. He's a very good coach, especially against the run. There's been problems with the pressure that we're supposed to be getting at the quarterback position. Now we got Brandon Graham. I thought he had a good year, but I think what may be the big thing here is the development or the lack of development of one Derek Barnett. Derek Barnett was a first-round pick, and to me, I know he was hurt. I know he was injured some early in the year, but to me, he has to be better. He has to be a guy he has to be a double-digit sack guy. He does, and I hate to think that he was a bad pick. I don't even want to think it because when it initially happened, you can see my initial video. I wasn't happy, and then I really thought I was wrong about him in 2017. But 2018, 2019, he hasn't really, in my opinion, taken the next step. He shows flashes, but he has not taken the next step. Maybe this is why the Eagles are moving on from Phillip Daniels. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. It's a bit of a surprise that he was fired. So now you have defensive line coach is gone, defensive back coach, offensive coordinator, and quarterback coach. Not quarterback coach, wide receivers coach, and offensive coordinator. Am I missing one? Offensive coordinator, wide receiver coach, defensive back coach, and defensive line coach. I can't remember if there was anything else. I don't think there was. But we got a lot of vacancies to fill. And one of the guys we talked about yesterday was James Urban. James Urban works with Lamar Jackson, worked with Michael Vick in 2010. Very interesting name to put out there. Guy is very creative and all those kind of things. Turns out he don't want the job. He don't want the job, or he decided to pull out of the running for the job And to me, this is very, very fascinating. This is very interesting because I think I know what's going on here. Not like that fat lady on TV, but I think I know. Where'd you get the eggnog, woman? Jeez. But you know what I mean? Like, I want that eggnog. But, I want eggnog. I keep thinking about eggnog. There's no more stores. They don't have it. Anyways. Oh, man. I'm losing my mind. Okay. Sorry. But James Urban doesn't want it. And my guess with this is this. Because here, let me tell you this, too. There's another report saying that the Eagles haven't even shown any interest, not even a little bit, in Mike Kafka. Now, they just may be keeping it under the radar. I think this is very possible. I would be surprised if the Eagles don't talk to him, okay? But here's what I think happened with James Urban. I think he went in there, talked to the Eagles, and basically they're like, Doug Peterson's like, I'm calling the plays. I want to call the plays. And James Urban's like, that's okay. I don't think so. So this is why I'm convinced more than ever that whoever takes that offensive coordinator job is going to have to be okay with Doug Peterson calling the plays. It's just the way that it has to be. In my opinion, my theory, I think James Urban went, interviewed, and Doug was like, I'm calling the plays. And he's like, I don't really want this job. It's not for me. He doesn't want to do it. You look at a guy like Jim Caldwell, okay? I don't think it bodes well for us hiring him because if you look at him, you look at all his success, all that he's accomplished. The guy is a great, great coach, a great, great mind, Jim Caldwell. Okay, you look at what he did with Manning, Stafford, even Flacco. He is a great coach. Why would he want to come in and let Doug Peterson call the plays? If I was him, I wouldn't. I'm too old for that. No way. No established offensive coordinator who's had success is going to want to give up the play calling. Maybe Jason Garrett, because his play calling stinks. That's why the Cowboys stripped it from him. And now the Giants hired him as offensive coordinator. Dumb. But the truth is, Doug Peterson is going to want to call the plays. And I think this is why. The Eagles are now looking at college for an offensive coordinator. They are looking at college. They interviewed USC's offensive coordinator, Graham Harrell, today. Okay, now he comes out of the Mike Leach philosophy, the air raid offense. Okay, and I actually think this is very interesting. I think this is a very interesting idea, and it kind of tells you what the Eagles are looking for in an offensive coordinator. What are they looking to do on offense? And obviously, they are trying to get better in the passing game. They are trying to get more creative in the passing game. They are trying to get more explosive in the passing game. They are trying to be in a position to use the whole field. Now, Graham Harrell has had success with USC. With I don't remember who he's with before, but he's done a good job wherever he's gone. And the question is can he come in and put his offense in the NFL? Now, Arizona pretty much runs this air raid offense, so you can check them out if you want to kind of see. But from my understanding of it and what I know, and it's not a whole lot, I haven't spent a lot of time on it, but basically, I'll say the philosophy of this offense is that you have to cover everything. They spread you out, they scheme guys open, but you have to cover the whole field. You have to cover from sideline to sideline, from line of scrimmage to end zone. You have to cover the whole field at all times. There's always guys going deep. One of the issues that I've been complaining about in 2016, 2018, and 2019 about this Eagles offense and Doug Peterson's offense is that it's a deke and dunk offense. That it's quick passes, and you will go back. If you watch all 22, there are times where no receivers even try or attempt to run a route over 20 yards. Nothing deep. And what happens is the defenses say, we're not going to worry about the Eagles going deep because they don't do it. We'll dare them to do it. And then they bring the safeties up. They play up. And everything gets tight. And you see some of the windows that Carson Wentz has to throw into because they're on them because they're not worried about anything deep. You're not keeping the defense honest. Okay? The air raid offense would force teams to have to cover the whole field. the whole field. And there is a lot of short passing game, a lot of quick, short passing game. There could be a lot of up-tempo in it, a lot of things like that. But you get a lot of deep routes, too. You're going to get a lot more vertical passing with this air raid offense. It's going to be much more balanced. But it will also create more space. It will help scheme guys open. And I think it's very fascinating. Now, I don't think Doug is going to come in here and bring this kid in and then just go straight air raid offense. I think you can mix the RPOs. You can mix some of the concepts that the Eagles do now and do well. And you can add those elements in. The other thing is, if this kid is successful, he could come in. It would take him 4 years before he would go get a head coaching job. So you have time to work with him. But I think for Carson's sake, I think for the Eagles' sake, I think it's very important to get a guy that is going to come in and incorporate a vertical offense. And from what I was watching with USC, and I was watching some of the stuff, they roll their quarterback out a lot when they need to. Those kind of things. Some play action, roll them out. I like it. They take shots when they have to. Quick passing games when they have to. And they blend it real well. And I think that's kind of what I would say this offense is kind of about. It forces you to cover from sideline to sideline, east to west, line of scrimmage to end zone. You have to play honest. You have to keep the defense honest. And what will be interesting to me is, how will this change the wide receiver position for the Eagles? That's what I want to know, because I don't know. It looks like from some of the routes and some of the things I was watching, it looks like a lot of the deep routes come on the outside. They come on the outside, and I don't know that Alshon Jeffrey has the speed to go deep. I don't believe he does. So that's going to be interesting to see the different kind of style wide receivers. Deshaun Jackson fits it perfect. He fits it perfect. I think Greg Ward would fit it perfect. You need another receiver. I think the Eagles need 2 receivers. Maybe one in free agency and maybe one in the draft. Well, definitely one in the draft. But I'm for trying to get Alshon to go. He's slow. He looks big. He's coming off Liz Frank. He's over 30. I don't know if he's going to fit this offense, which is very interesting. But you look at your running backs, the way that he uses running backs out of the backfield, stuff like that. Speed, guys can catch. It would be an exciting offense. So this is a bit of a risky move for Doug, but it is a way for him to call plays, have a guy who can come in and give you, some imagination in the passing game, some creativity on some routes. That is one thing Mike Groh could never do. He had no creativity. He couldn't scheme guys open. He admitted he couldn't get Golden Tate open. How can you not get Golden Tate open? I can! I don't get it. Anyways, so this is who they basically interviewed, this Graham Harrell today. And I want to go watch more about this whole air raid offense, because I think it's fascinating. And it would be very interesting to see how the Eagles incorporate it, but I like it. I like the thinking, because I can take, even if they don't give this guy the job, I know what they're trying to do now. They're trying to get more creative in the passing game. They're trying to be able to get guys to basically scheme open and spread the field with some sort of vertical offense. So I like it. I like where their head's at. We'll see how this works out. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Don't be a dingbat.